Hi, I'm Danny Nightmare.
I'm Gory Movie.
And we're Horror Addicts.
Bitch, why are you taller than me?
Because my chair is higher than yours?
Yeah, that's right. Look, there's Pipkin on your live stream. It's God's favorite boy.
He loves Halloween the most.
He really does. You used to fight me on that. But now you've seen the light.
What did I fight? What?
You were like, no, I love Halloween the most.
I did buy this at Spirit Halloween.
You will never believe. So I actually think didn't you do a video recently where you did the Spirit Halloween haul, and then you asked people to figure out who's it for? It was for her. Yeah, obviously, she honestly has nicer clothes than me.
But you talked me into buying it.
Well, because it looks great on you. Look at this. I love the stuff. It feels good.
Yeah.
Also makes me kind of sad that you have better boobs than me.
When you showed it to me, I'm like, that is an awful Catwoman outfit.
Yeah.
But it is a great dress.
I don't think any of this. It seems like they blended the Anne Hathaway with the Batman Returns Michelle Pfeiffer one, because the stitches. Because she doesn't have that. No Catwoman has ever had this outfit. So
no, not that I know of.
Yeah, but I like it. I like it as an outfit. Oh yeah, that's my channel link.
Yeah, there you go. It's also in the doobly-doo down below.
Yeah. I have my own channel. Some of y'all don't know that, but I do. I stream on Sundays and Wednesdays. I'm going to have new videos coming out soon, and I do members-only content every week as well. So definitely check it out. It's like a whole other thing that's a little more focused on the B movies, whereas Horror Addicts is more about what's new and happening. But, just also just everything, unboxings and everything. I don't do as much of that kind of stuff on my channel. But, it's a little... it's also good, is what I'm saying.
By everything, we mean even things that are maybe intended for children, like Monster High.
Exactly, which is why this is the perfect one to do here. But my Mommy B Movie.
Oh yeah. She
got me an Ipsy advent calendar, and since we're having kind of a girl moment today, I thought we could open day 3 today together.
Yeah, let's do it.
She got it for me and Danny to share, so kind of just depends on what's inside it as to who. But usually there's 2 things in it, so that's cool. Okay, we got Extraordinary Foundation Radiant. So this is a foundation. It looks probably too pale for you because you have more of that olive tone.
Yeah.
This looks pretty pale, but you know who is pale? This bitch.
This witch.
Mommy B Movie, look, we're opening her Etsy calendar right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad she's here. She's exactly. So we got this. This one's going to be for me. Usually I get one and she gets one. So I'm going to wear this foundation because I'm more pale. And then this is called Makeup Milk. It's a primer. So, yeah, that will help
use a primer.
Protect your skin, but it also helps make your makeup stay. I'm teaching her all the things.
So I did it to myself today.
Oh, no, but it's a really good hydro primer. I might have to trade you for this because I kind of want this too.
You can have it.
Okay, I'll trade you for it. Trade you. Anyway, these are good. We got a primer and foundation. Thanks, Mommy B Movie. Woo!
Thank you, Mommy. Appreciate it.
Okay, now let's go here. So we finally have watched all the Monster High movies.
Yeah, the live action, the originals, the reboot that came out in 2017. The Nickelodeon TV show, I don't think got a movie. It got the live action movies instead.
Bummer. I really like it.
Yeah.
There are some characters I don't care for their version of, but it's,
overall a good show.
Overall a good show. I love Abby. Abby's probably my favorite character, and she's just a different character, which is kind of a bummer.
Right. That was kind of how I feel about the 2017 reboot too. Like, I like it overall. I think that Welcome to Monster High movie actually is a really good movie, and we'll get into that in a second. But I can see it. They changed some characters. They even kind of villainized the zombies, and some people, I can see why some people would be upset about that.
Oh, Mommy, please let us know if you can hear us both okay. It's always a challenge when we're sharing a mic to make sure that you can hear us both.
And I'm just pretty quiet, so.
But hopefully you can hear everything okay. Guess what? You got a new member!
Thanks, Mommy. I appreciate it.
So,
there's exclusive content. You can even watch my movie, The Orchard Man, now.
Yes, on Horror Addicts for members, you can watch The Orchard Man, and we both do movie reviews for our members. So you're a member of both channels, so we have reviews of Good Boy and Predator Badlands on both of our channels for members.
Yeah.
And I just posted one for Frankenstein.
I'll post it soon.
Danny will have it here soon. And we also have a whole bunch more coming up. So we've got lots of member exclusive content. Plus, Mummy, Friday on my channel is going to be Jackbox Game Night. So
Nice.
That's where you can play the games with us on your phone. It's super fun. Anyway, welcome to Horror Addicts Anonymous.
Yes. You can also watch the Oscars, just the presentations only. No live stuff, just straight up to presenters only. That's on there.
Mommy, what do you think of Danny's outfit?
And they got cut.
We bought it as a Catwoman outfit, which I don't think it really makes a good Catwoman outfit, but I think it makes a sexy dress.
Yes. I just like the dress.
Yes.
But since there are cat girls in Monster High, I thought I'd wear the mask and everything.
So do we want to do these in order?
No, I just got skeletons.
I thought I had saved them in order.
No, they're not saved in order.
No, they're not, but I'm just saying, do you want to do them in order? Because I think I can kind of remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so the very first one we have is, I'm just going to pop it here for right now.
Yeah.
This is New Ghoul in School.
And it's kind of the story of Frankie Stein's first week at school, and she's kind of bummed out because she's having a hard time fitting in with everybody. She's only 16 days old since she was built. Oh, thank you, Mummy. Oh, appreciate it. Give her one of those thank yous.
Mummy! We made a special thank you just in case something wonderful like this happened. And it's here. Wait. It's not on the screen. It's on this one. Yay! Thank you, Mummy B Movie! That's Abby Bonneville and Spectra.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Really?
She has both our outfits. I have Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah, you look killer.
Yes. Very cool. Well, congratulations on getting a super chat.
I appreciate it. So in this movie, and okay, I'm going to have a hard time because is it really a movie? It almost feels like it's just a pilot episode for the show. And the show, I know the episodes were 3 to 4 minutes long. They were really short. This is only still 24 minutes long. So, I don't know. I think it's a great little pilot. They basically recap a lot of the storyline in that season 1, though. They just kind of do it slightly different. So it's almost unnecessary. And I think it's a good little pilot, but as far as movies go, I'm going to say don't Cleopatronize me. This is not a movie.
I'm gonna say I liked it. I do like the animation of the original show, and I think if you're a fan of the original show, what this was kind of a movie pilot for the show.
Yeah.
So it definitely has that TV movie feel, and it's a little redundant because they show it a lot of this in the show as well.
Yeah, it's kind of redone, slightly different.
It's not one that you'd ever want to buy or anything. I'd say just watch the show probably. I was inclined to say Freaky Flaws and all, but I'm gonna go with you and say don't Cleopatronize me. I think you made a good argument.
It's a fun episode at best. It's not good as a movie, I feel.
So that would be a 2-star. So our ratings here, if it's 5 stars, it's Voltageous. 4 stars would be Clawsome. 3 is Freaky Flaws and all. 2 is Don't Cleopatronize Me. And 1 is Crazy Stupid with a side of crazy.
Get that out of here.
Also, look who has been a member for 20 months of Horror Addicts.
Yes, thank you, Connie Clary. And you got the cool bucket of blood. The pig blood from our Oscars. That's your badge. You get a cool badge. Mom's got the green slime. That's when you first join.
Yeah.
From
They're both fantastic.
I give movies skip it ratings.
Hey, Carnage Candy!
What's up, Lizzie?
Good to see you. Okay, so our next movie, it's kind of the same sort of thing.
It is. I feel like season 2 recaps a lot of what happens in this one. There is a little bit more of a plot, but it's only 40 minutes or so, 46 minutes
I feel
long.
like we just watched this the other day and I already forgot what it's about.
The werewolves and
yeah, because they do it in
vampires.
the show too.
Yeah.
So this is the second one that's also a movie of the show.
But this one has a couple of villains that are unique for it only. They weren't in the show.
Oh yeah, so they actually have a character named Gory.
Oh yeah,
She's really mean though.
She makes her debut in this. She's in the show as well, but
I think I'm nicer than her.
but she has good fashion. I think you should cosplay as her.
I think that would be cool. The Gory and Rets goes nice.
It's got Miss Crabgrass and Van Helscream. They're villains, so it's a little more of a movie. But once again, they just kind of recap some of this quickly in season 2. Uh, I'd somewhere say between 2 and 3.
I think Don't Cleopatronize Me.
Once again, it doesn't feel like a real movie. It's only 40 something minutes long. It's a little better than the last one, as far as movies go, but the animation is nicer than the show barely. It's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, so... Whoa.
I would feel like at this point we were kind of getting into real movie territories. Because I think they even wanted to let you know that these are movies by making them in 3D animation.
So I'm just going to drop everything, just going to drop it here. So this one's Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love? Oh my goodness, I'm going to sneeze. Thank you.
It's a Valentine's Day movie, too.
This one's super cute. So Draculaura, Angel Among Us, is the most adorable. If I could adopt any of the Monster High girls, I would adopt Draculaura. She is the sweetest little thing. She's the shortest of them, but she's just full of candy and light. And in this one, she's been dating her boyfriend Claude, who's Claudine's older brother, for a while. But she mentioned that she had kind of an old flame at her old school. So where Frankenstein is 16 days old, she's like 1600, but they're still all like teenagers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this old flame was kind of like the one who got away, and he comes into the school and he's all seducing her and doing all the romances. But he's actually evil and he wants to literally steal her heart.
His name's like Valentine, and he wants to literally steal his heart so he can put it on his trophy wall with other vampire girls that he has stolen the heart of. I guess it'll give him some sort of power, but it's mostly just an ego thing.
I really like these movies and the show just because if you really need something that just has nothing that's going to bring you down, that's just happy, that's what these are. But they're also enjoyable for adults. I like to say that they're like the My Little Pony show for spooky kids.
Spooky people, yeah.
So definitely I think Lizzie would love them. I don't know. Mummy B Movie might like them.
When I worked at the Time Capsule, I like to put a lot of cartoons on, especially around October. I like to put spooky stuff on. And I did play some Monster High last year there, but it was on a TV that I wasn't really at or watching. And then this year, when Gory put some on our Plex, I was playing it on the big screen TV. And I'm like, actually, this is really fun. And then I was telling her about it, and then we just kind of got into it. So
yeah,
we're
really
actually
like
new
it.
fans.
I really like the characters. It's funny because they're based on dolls, and I don't have the dolls or have any interest in the dolls.
No.
But we did meet Garrett Sanders, who's the creator, and he is one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met. He is adorable and so sweet and so easy to talk to, and his autographs were the most affordable of any that were there. Yeah. He just really wanted to meet his fans. He was just really a sweet guy.
He was awesome. And he loves Frankenstein. Apparently, that was his first one that he made. And it's just, I'm glad that we kind of gave it a chance because I always knew that it existed, and even though I wasn't really into it, I was always happy that girls had a spooky alternative. Yeah,
me as a little kid, this would have been my absolute favorite show, and the fact that I like this says a lot because I am actually not much of a cartoon person. Danny watches tons of cartoons. I'm a lot more selective. He watches a ton of the cartoons for adults. I like Bob's Burgers and sometimes King of the Hill. But and Beavis and Butthead. I'm a lot pickier. I don't like anime. I just don't watch a lot of cartoons. But I really like this show. So I've been enjoying watching the movies and the shows.
Yeah, we just kind of plowed through all of them since early October. We're newly fans though.
And I love them because they have so many puns. All these puns in our ranking are from the show. So if you enjoy silly puns like the Crypt Keeper would do, or you just love just goofy Halloween humor
and just spooky but kid-friendly fun.
And as far as kids shows go, they are one of the only ones I know that are very LGBT friendly.
Especially the more it goes.
Yeah. And I just think they're also great shows for girls because the girls are the main characters and the girls, have their own adventures and such.
And they body types and everything gets better as it goes too. It starts off, they're all kind of dolls to sell dolls, but it gets even better. I feel like it's evolved since its early
I'm a big fan. I definitely think if I had a daughter, I would be we're watching Monster High. But
oh yeah.
I have a son and he's been watching them with me and even he likes them.
Yeah.
But it kind of does remind me of the newer Ninja Turtle show, and that's one I do like a lot.
The Nickelodeon.
And I also did like the My Little Pony newer show too. Yeah. So if you like those kind of things, I think it's up your alley. Anyway, Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love is one of the ones where I think the plot is really good. Some of these we've watched them recently, and some of them I'm already blanking on what they were about. But Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love? I'm gonna say it's clawsome.
For me, it's like a Freaky Flaws and all because it's. I don't know. It's just the animation is so rough in this first
Okay,
movie.
the animation is rough, but you know what's not rough? Dracula's sweet face.
That's true. I'm not going to argue with it. We can put it Clawsome.
Okay, thank you.
It was a very thin line for me.
Wow, some ghouls. What was the next one? Frights Camera Action? I think it was Frights Camera Action.
Yeah, that might be it.
Okay. Shoot. I don't remember what this one was about.
I can tell you what this one
yes,
is about.
tell me.
This is where the Vampire Council has kind of got fed up with the guy who's in charge because he's supposed to only be temporary in charge until they can find the real queen of the vampires. And he decides to just choose Draculaura because he feels he can manipulate her and control her. When the real queen is out there and he doesn't really want to find her, he wants to stay in control. So they take her
Is this one with Elsabat in it?
Maybe. They take her to Transylvania to let her know she's going to be queen because she's also upset because there's this movie that they've been watching and everybody loves the vampire character in that. But she's like, they're doing it so horribly wrong. That's not how vampires behave. And she's so mad.
Yeah. Draculaura is also a vegetarian too. And on top of that, she passes out if anyone brings meat or blood around her. Kind of makes me think of Lizzie. I mean, I don't think Lizzie passes out, but Lizzie is a vegetarian. My mom's also a vegetarian.
Well, there you go.
But,
I respect vegetarians.
It's funny because her boyfriend's a werewolf and he eats a lot of meat, but if he brings out a steak around her, she'll just pass right out.
Yeah, so he's usually got to eat veggies around her, which he usually just goes
Yeah.
like a little dog. But once she's not around, he can eat his steaks.
Yeah, they're a good couple because he's crazy tall and she's like itty bitty, and they're like opposites attract couple.
Anyways, so then they find out that the actress who plays the vampire that Draculaura hates is the real queen of the vampires.
That's
and
right.
she goes there to warn her and stop the guy from whatever he's going to do. And then Draculaura actually gets her powers and finally turns into a bat for the first time ever.
I remember now. It's all coming back to me.
It's actually one of my favorites. I would actually say that is definitely Clawsome.
All right, I'm going to put it here. I can't struggling to find a place for my drink. Clawsome?
Yes, for me, that
I
was
would
one
say
of the
Freaky Flaws and all, but
That's kind of how I was with the other way. We were kind of
Fine,
switched.
fine. I generally like people who root for things more than people who pick at things. So for most of the days, I think we'll break the tie by going with whichever one's highest.
Yes.
The next one I do remember because it's the first one I watched, which is Friday Night Frights.
Actually, I think the Halloween one's before this.
Is it now?
They're both the same year, so it doesn't matter. Let's just go with this one.
Wow.
So anyways, roller derby meets Monster High.
So they play roller derby in this, but it's not really roller derby. Like, not to be a roller derby snob, but I did play for 5 years. The rules aren't really the rules, but I mean, I guess it's as much roller derby as basketball is basketball. What's really fun is to see the girls on skates. And they introduced one of my favorite characters, Operetta. I love Operetta.
Yes.
She's Southern. She's kind of a Phantom of the Opera character. And she's very like rockabilly. So I really, really love her. And she's the best at roller derby. Or no, it's not roller derby. What's it called?
I honestly don't remember.
I can't remember. It's scare or something.
Yes, but she's really good at that. They also introduce, actually, I think she was technically introduced in the show, but it's the first time she gets the time to shine as Operetta. But they introduced Rebecca Steam.
Yeah.
She's the steampunk monster
It's
robot.
like a robot.
Built basically to play this roller scare ball, or whatever it is.
Yeah. And this one,
The gargoyle gets introduced in this one
initially
as well.
the boys play it first, and they don't really let the girls play, but then they find that the girls have all, natural skill in it.
And they have powers and abilities.
Which is kind of weird, because in roller derby, yes, there is what we call Murby, which is dudes who play roller derby, but generally more people watch
I don't want to watch guys play roller derby.
girls play roller derby. I guess it's just like with a lot of most sports, they tend to be more popular
The other way
male
around,
sport,
yeah. So it's just something to watch that's awesome for girls
Yeah,
to
didn't
kick
the guys
butt.
get injured or something? That's what the girls played?
Claude got injured, and then so they were going to help out because for some reason, like Heath and Manitar are like, well, if Claude's injured, then we quit too, or whatever. And then I don't know. The girls were like, look, we'll do it. But then Claude was mad. He's like, you're gonna get hurt like I did. At first, he's kind of a prick. He tells Dracula he forbids her from playing. he won't be her boyfriend.
What is he,
anymore.
Edward?
Yeah, I know, right? But then she's like, well, I guess you won't be my boyfriend anymore. But then I guess he comes around to it and coaches him. I think like she let him off a little easy, but whatever.
Wow.
And then they get Rebecca Steam, but she can't be on it because she's missing a part, but she can still coach them better. Whatever. It's great.
I think this one's good.
The animation is very rough in this one, but it's good enough storyline.
I'm going to say freaky flaws and all. Not crazy about the animation. The story is okay. Mostly it's just fun that they're playing Roller Derby.
There's also a Wii game of this. I haven't played it, but we need to get it so we can Wii Roller Derby Monster High style. It's Ghouls Rule.
That's this one, right?
Yeah.
So the next one's Ghouls Rule. I feel like I should have the list pulled up somewhere.
This is the Halloween one.
Yeah, this was the first one I think we watched together, but I'd seen parts of the roller derby one, so I count it as the first one I watched. So, so this is the Halloween one, Ghouls Rule.
Frankie Stein finds out that Halloween is not as cool as it's advertised. She sees all like the humans way they advertise it, and she thinks that's a day that monsters and normies can all be friends. But she finds out from the monsters that they don't like Halloween because it is a day where like normies will hunt them and stuff like that. So she's trying to find a way to make it so normies and monsters can all celebrate it together, because she goes down in the catacombs, and that's how they used to. They used to celebrate it like it was almost like the first Thanksgiving or something.
And then the normies, which is what they call people who are not monsters, humans, they would dress up as monsters so they could all kind of be together, like showing them that they respected them.
Yeah, but they go off campus and they like go to a normies party, and the normies just think that they're like in costume. And actually, I think it's a really cute episode. It does unfortunately kind of like highlight a character I really don't like, though, the Jekyll and Hyde character.
Yeah, I don't like
Jackson
Hyde.
Holt. I'm not a big fan of Jackson Holt, but
that's one of the only characters I really just find obnoxious.
The
Most
normies,
of the characters I love.
The normies are like about to sacrifice him or something, and I'm just like, do it.
Yes, please do.
But otherwise,
I love
really
the
like
little human friend they make. It kind of reminded me of the old Rainbow Bright show, how she had a little human friend.
Yeah,
that she would go visit.
Little, like,
and that
couple of little goth
kids. I relate to that because that's how I would be. I'd be like a human who wants to be friends with everybody at Monster High.
Mm-hmm. They're like three little goth kids, and the little goth girl especially becomes good friends with Frankie and stuff, and Draculaura and all that stuff.
Where do we rank it?
I give it Clawsome. I don't know, Halloween monsters. I like it.
Okay. What's the next one?
I want to say it's that one.
Yeah.
Escape from Skull Shores or whatever.
Yeah. They just go here temporarily until we figure out where they go, because I don't have anywhere else.
This one is very much a Frankie episode in our movie, and I love that. Frankie's my favorite, but I hate to say this one is not that great of a movie for me. It's kind of like a ripoff of King Kong or whatever, and there's like this guy, the Beast, but he is very mid.
I do love the little tiki boys.
Yes, it does introduce the tiki men. I love the little tiki men.
The tiki boys, they remind me of like the egg boys on Has-Been.
Yeah. I mean, they probably are mildly offensive, but whatever. I thought they were fun, and...
So here's the thing with Monster High. When they're good, like really good, they're great. And they use the characters to tell really interesting stories. When they're not great, it's usually because they were just made to sell a particular doll.
Yeah.
So I don't think this one's bad, but I would put it at freaky flaws and all. It's just kind of forgettable.
Yeah, there's not much to it. I'd give it either that or even Don't Clear Patronize Me, which is sad. Well, no, because Frankie does have a fight with the normie villain, and she like even electrocutes him, and he falls off the school. It's like,
that's some cute moments.
The Beast thing was just kind of meh for me, though.
It is fine. He was okay.
Yeah.
So what's next? 13 Wishes?
13 Wishes? That might be, yeah.
I think so.
I think that is, yeah. Now, this is Claudine's little sister gets a genie.
Howleen.
Yeah, Howleen Wolf. And she lets all that power go to her head. And she basically makes the whole school kind of worship her and sends her sister and the main cast to a phantomy zone where they're replaced now by evil doppelgangers. And I have to say, the evil doppelgangers have hot fashion. Like, they look amazing.
Slayed.
Yes. Like, oh, I want to cosplay.
That's one thing. The girls are all really
version.
Into fashion. So it kind of reminds me of like 90210 in that respect.
Yes.
They love their clothes.
It becomes way less focused in the reboots, but in this one, they're all just fashion girls.
Also, Here's something that we have found very interesting. So whenever they do something big, we're going to Boo York, that's New York. We're going to have a big dance or whatever. They will get a completely new outfit, but instead of just styling their hair differently, their hair will completely change.
Oh yeah, like in one we just talked about, Skull Shorts, Frankie has like short hair all of a sudden, but then at the end she just goes back to her normal haircut.
Yeah,
like...
or when Dracula is in her pajamas, all of a sudden she has short pigtails.
Yeah,
or they will have no bangs all of a sudden. Like I wish I could do that. I mean, I guess you can with wigs. Maybe all the Monster High girls are actually bald, and that's how they're able to do it. They just have different wigs.
I mean, they are dolls,
you don't have to
right?
be bald to wear wigs.
They're technically dolls, so...
I like to think of them as like Lego people where you just pop on the different hairs.
Yeah. So... honestly, with those doppelgangers and some of that, I kind of say Klossum.
Really?
Yes.
This one for me is really, really forgettable.
Well...
But you have the higher rating, so we're going to go with you. I would have said Freaky Flaws and all.
However, I think we skipped Scarus. I think that was actually before this.
Wow. So. Wow.
This is technically like 2 movies. It's weird.
I mean, now that we're doing this, I kind of want to put Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love at Voltages?
We might recap once we kind of get there.
Because I like it better than these 3 that are there.
Least favorite on that whole row.
Are you serious?
Out of that row, yes.
Ghoul. All right, tell them about Scarus.
Scarus is like 2 movies. Claudine is kind of gets discovered because she wants to be a fashion designer. Like they all love fashion, but she wants to design, and that's kind of like usually a repeating theme with Claudine, even in the reboots, some of them. But in this one, so there's this lady in Paris, and she's like kind of using people to like make her like fashion for her, and she's still living off of their like work, but
she's like stealing their designs. So she'll look at their design books, and so she had a guy previously,
a gargoyle, that
and
she
it's
locked
so
up.
sad because they meet this really cute gargoyle
from the roller
gargoyle girl, and she talks about how her boyfriend, in Paris, just disappeared one day, and she doesn't think he left her. He wasn't that kind of guy to just leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, he was a fashion designer, and this woman who kind of reminds me of like Devil Wears Prada, like the boss in that.
Yeah.
Like Meryl Streep's character.
Mm-hmm.
She kidnaps him, puts him in a dungeon, so she makes him do designs until he's dried up. With, because you can only be so creative when you're stuck in a dungeon. She passes the designs off as her own, and then when they're dried up, she discards them and finds somebody new. And so she's doing this kind of like fashion school competition between these 3 girls. One of them's Claudine, and whoever wins is going to be her new victim, I guess.
Yeah, they introduce I believe there was another cat girl, but then there was the dragon lady, and that's kind of like who's also between
Wasn't
the 3.
the spider girl introduced in this one too?
Maybe, but she wasn't one of the fashion girls.
I don't remember.
However, that's just the first. They like thwart her. She gets her book back. She doesn't get locked up because her ghouls got her back, and they reunite the gargoyles. And then the second part of the movie, like, because then it's like another movie where Claudine's like, "Hey, make sure you bring my book because it's not just a book. It's actually alive. It's like a little Necronomicon alive, but it's alive with my fashion because like I put all my heart and soul into that book." And Frankie and Dracula are like, "We'll bring it back, no worries." And they have to chase it around the rest of the world. It's almost like Alvin and the Chipmunks movie where they're in hot air balloons chasing.
Yeah, sometimes the B storyline seems like a completely different movie.
And, well, in this one, it's cut in half. They just, like, didn't give us a B storyline during the movie. They just made that the second movie. And for that, I think it is freaky flawed.
I think it's Klossum. So I'm putting it with Klossum.
All right.
So I guess, yeah.
That's fusion.
Whoopsie daisy. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. It's going with Klossum, Danny. Deal with that.
I liked the first part a lot. The second half was kind of silly.
I wouldn't have put 13 Wishes there, but we go with whoever has it highest, unless it's more than one.
Okay.
Then we'll debate.
All right, so I
think it's
do
Freaky
think
Fusion.
I think Freaky Fusion is next.
This one's weird.
This one is definitely to sell new dolls.
This one was to sell dolls. Like, absolutely to sell dolls. So the idea in this one, I can't even remember the plot really, but they fuse 2 different monsters together. And there are some who consider themselves to be...
Well, that's like, just... They introduce some fused characters to the school. They're new. They're like Like this girl's like she's half mermaid but also half ghost.
She's cool.
There's a half zombie, half unicorn. There's
That guy's crazy looking.
There's like a bunch of fused characters. They're like half this and half that, whatever they are. And but then they're like trying to learn about them, and then the girls end up doing some sort of weird spell, and then all the main cast of girls get fused together. Like I do love that Cleo and Toralei, the cat girl, and they get fused together.
And their brains are in the same head too, which is kind of an old school horror movie trope, but it is kind of fun, especially with Cleo and Toralei, because they're both kind of the mean girl type. Though Cleo's actually very sweet, she just kind of puts on airs. Toralei's a brat, but I feel like Toralei's pretty good underneath it all.
Toralei is
unlike Gory, not me. The Gory in the show is really mean.
But even Gory, like by the end of the show, is a lot nicer. Like,
I'm just happy they have a Gory.
Yes. So I did like some of the fusion parts, but overall it was just kind of
I'm going to
cheap...
say crazy stupid with the side of crazy.
That's fine.
It felt like it was just a mark of dolls.
We can put it there. For me, I probably would have been Cleopatronized, but we'll just go there. I don't think anything else is there, so I don't know if anything else will go there.
Well, I have something that's going to go there, so there.
All right.
I guess I can put don't Cleopatronize me. I don't hate it. There are a couple that I think are bad.
All right. I think Haunted is next.
Okay, so Haunted, this is one of the ones I had a hard time getting through. It took me like a couple different tries to watch this one. This one felt like what you would expect from one of those Barbie movies, which a lot of people who make these movies also make, like the Barbie movies and that kind of thing. It just feels like something that was churned out to sell a movie that you're going to buy for your daughter. It doesn't have any of the main characters in it. I mean, they're in it, but they're not in the foreground. It's like Draculaura's she's being haunted in it, but it's mostly about frickin' Spectra, who I don't think is that interesting. So for me, this is crazy stupid with a side of crazy. I don't like this one.
Wow, that is really harsh.
Wow, you're really harsh.
I actually really did like it because ghost pirates, reapers, and a Japanese ghost who haunts Draculaura because she clearly has a huge crush on her, and I love that.
I do like that. I did also like the boyfriend that Spectra gets. He's really cute.
I didn't care for him, but
really, wow. Well, we're just
his name's Porter.
We're just two different. Okay, Porter bugged me, so Mommy would get this. Porter, I really do not like Porter as a name. In England, a porter is somebody who, like, they usually work in like hospitals and stuff. It's kind of like, you know how like you have busboys who just take care of like wiping down stuff. A porter just takes care of like the basic crap work, like changing bedpans and stuff.
Yeah, well, he's like basically their version of Banksy because he just wants to spray paint everything with his ghost paint. And
I liked him though.
But they go to a special ghost school, and you're not allowed to be there if you're not an actual ghost. And there's also like the Red Lady who's their principal. And she puts these detention chains on everybody. It turns out
because she's cursed to wear these heavy chains for eternity.
Because she haunted people.
So she wants to release her load by putting them on the kids, which is messed up. She's kind of like a Dolores Umbridge.
And that's kind of why I do like it, because I feel like she was a great villain.
Where would you put it?
Freaky flaws and all, but we can...
Fine. It's fine, because I kind of like that it goes in that.
That's fusion.
Wow.
Haunted's already there.
Fine, we'll leave it there. Jeez. Fine.
But I know that you had a hard time getting through it.
I did have a hard time.
Twice.
Yeah, it was not the best.
I liked it. All right, Scarier Reef, I believe, is the last of the OG movies. Oh, this continuity.
Actually, this one does come after Boo York.
Oh, we haven't done Boo York yet.
Yeah. Right? Boo York. I don't even know what happened. But this movie, it sounds stupid, guys. It's so good. It's voltageous. I'm just saying it right now. It's voltageous. This is the best Monster High movie. I think so. Garrett Sander, the creator of Monster High, thinks so. And I'm going to tell you why. One, all of the movies have musical numbers. They're pretty forgettable, except for Boo York. I can actually remember a lot of the songs. One of the big plot points is that Cleo Denial's boyfriend, Deuce, has broken up with her because Cleo's sister Nefertiti has convinced him that he's not good enough for her because she's royalty and he's just kind of...
She also manipulated and embarrassed him a few times to make him feel that way. Like,
yeah.
So he like feels like he's a total embarrassment.
But their family is trying to get her to marry Pharaoh, Seth Pharaoh, so they can have all this wealth and stuff. And that's really all Nefertiti wants. Is she wants their family to be very wealthy. Whereas Pharaoh, he seems like kind of a dork. Like, he has nothing in common with Cleo. He's like showing her his poetry. He's like uber, like kind of an butt kisser to his mom.
Yeah.
But then you find out
when
that
he's not wearing his mask, he goes to the underground rap battles, basically.
Yeah, he does rap battles as Pharaoh, this musician, which is funny because Deuce early on has headphones on. He's listening to music and he's listening to Pharaoh.
Yes, and in this continuity, Caddy Noir is like the biggest musician that goes to Monster High. There's a few musicians, like even rock operetta is a musician, but Caddy Noir is like the most famous one in this continuity, and she,
it would be like if Britney Spears came to your school in the 90s.
And she's kind of like tired of doing what everybody tells her to, the music that doesn't feel right to her, until she meets Pharaoh and like he brings that back out in her. And
the problem is they want her to write love songs and she's never fallen in love, and so she feels like it's not genuine for her to write a love song.
So she's kind of like on hiatus. But when she meets Pharaoh, it brings out that of her, and she brings that out of him, saying you basically should rebel against your mom and be the real you. Plus,
their whole love story is kind of like Aladdin.
And there's also fun B plots too, like because they're all just in New York, but they meet like Luna, the moth girl, who's like trying to make it in Broadway, but she's got like 30 jobs just to try and make ends meet.
She's the daughter of Mothman.
Yes, and they Nephra steals Caddy Noir and Pharaoh's like voice, their magic, their music.
Toralei steals it.
Well, Toralei is told to take it and throw it in the river. Nephra's the one that took it, but she's like, Toralei's like, I'm gonna use this, and like she basically has her own one-man show on Broadway, but then they get it back from her, and Luna fights her. Also, Gulia the zombie is like working on. There's like a comet coming to New York, and it's gonna destroy the whole city. But Gulia's on it with satellites, and they find out that there's a new Monster High girl in it, like from an alien. She's basically the ghoul that fell to Earth. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, so her and Abby are trying to stop the comet, but the comet's also tied to the whole Cleo thing. So
yeah, because Cleo...
all the storylines do tie together really well, and none of them are boring, so you're not like, oh, we're on this part. I feel like all the characters have a chance to shine. All the songs slap. The songs are really good.
The best probably the animation for these movies has looked until it gets rebooted. Then I feel like
they used their entire budget, and I love the little mouse girl.
Yeah,
she's so cute.
She's like
this little New Yorker. She's so cute.
She shows them how to like take taxis and how to get places.
Yeah,
and stuff.
So you would think because all the characters get a moment to shine. There's new characters added. You're thinking, Gory, what are you talking about? There's too much going on here, but it's great. Like when people describe New York to me, they always talk about how it's super bustling and stuff, but it's exciting. That's what the movie is. The movie has a lot going on, but it's all exciting and it's all good.
And, you know, the main three, they get plenty of time on camera. Claudine, Dracula, and Frankie Stein are there. No one's left behind this time. Like, usually one of them does get left behind. So
what would you say?
I would say it's Voltagious.
It's Voltagious!
It's definitely right up there. All right, this is the last of those movies.
Now, The Great Scary Reef. So it's just crazy because they had Boo York. You're like, wow, they're really putting some time and money into these movies. And then you get Great Scary Reef, which it's made to sell dolls.
Specifically mermaid dolls of everybody.
They just wanted to sell mermaid dolls of the Monster High girls. This one's lame. I mean, I will say it's a good Toralei movie.
Yeah, it's focused mostly on her and Laguna. And Laguna's fine in it, but we at least get a lot of good stuff with Toralei in it. Like, she actually is their friend by the end of this movie. So...
For Toralei, I'm going to say it's Don't Clea Patronize Me. She kind of saved it from being crazy stupid with a side of crazy.
Yeah, that's fair. Otherwise, it would have probably fell down there.
There were some parts about it. I'm also not a huge Laguna fan. I don't hate
In this
Laguna.
Continuity, she's pretty boring, and her boyfriend, Gil, sucks.
Gil does suck.
Just a mope.
No, Gil, I actually do find very obnoxious. He's
okay later, but in this one,
he's so much drama. You guys know when you have a friend who has a boyfriend that's constantly bringing them down and bumming them out, and you're just like, girl, you can do better. You're so beautiful, and you're so smart, and you're so vibrant, and you're so fun to be around. Get the hell away from him. But she loves him, and his family is so snobby. They don't like her because she's saltwater and he's freshwater. Like, Whatever.
And like it's like he constantly has to complain about it. It's like, haven't we got over that yet? Like how long?
Oh my goodness.
How much do you have to cry about your tears?
Mummy B movie asks if we have any of the dolls.
No, but our neighbor.
Our neighbor does. So our neighbor Francesca is a big doll enthusiast. So she's got so many vintage Barbie dolls, and like that's what she does. She sells dolls and stuff. And she has a few Monster High ones that she showed us. So they did a special edition Monster High one that looks like the original Barbie, you know, with the bathing suit, Frankie.
Yeah, I like
she
that.
has that. And these
that.
are like couture dolls. These are amazing. They did the alien one where she's got this gorgeous gown.
Xenomorph. I love it.
And she has that too. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually not really like into the dolls though. One day I might want to get some Funko Pops of them.
Yeah, I would like to get some Funkos. I wouldn't mind that Xenomorph one. And even Frankie is my favorite
but it's like
character.
An
but
expensive
exactly.
Doll.
There's also Elvira, Megan, Wednesday. They have a lot of cool like horror. They have Us. So there's like cool ones that they make. I wouldn't mind an Elvira one. I wouldn't mind a Xenomorph one, but they are way too expensive for me to go out and buy them. All right, so that is the end of the original continuity. Then it gets rebooted in 2017 with Welcome to Monster High.
This one is super cute.
Yeah, just put it at the top.
This was one of the ones where it was one of the first ones we actually watched because I think we watched it a little out of order. This one's really cute,
well,
which makes me
this
sad.
Continuity first.
Is on Letterboxd. Like if on Letterboxd, everyone agrees Boo York's the best, pretty much. They all give it 5 stars. This one gets very low ratings, and it's just a lot of Monster High purists, I guess, saying it's not my Monster High, though. To be honest, the characters are pretty much like the original run as far as their personalities go.
The main 5, anyways. After that, then yeah, they're pretty changed.
I think the animation's actually better.
It is. I mean, it should be at this point.
It's really cute, and I'm just going to say it right now. Draculaura's dad is hot.
And
he's so hot.
Honestly, Claudine's mom's got it going on too, and I ship him. Draculaura's dad, Dracula, and Claudine's mom, I can't remember her name, but they kind of flirt with each other, and I ship it. It's like, just, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Nanny says she has pediophobia. I want to say that's the phobia of pedophiles, but I bet it's phobia of dolls.
Sounds
which
like pedophiles.
I'm afraid of pedophiles.
I think everybody should have that one.
Mommy,
especially kids.
I have to challenge this. You love Glenn.
Glenn is a
Oh my
creepy
gosh, show her Glenn. Over by the candles. Look at our special boy. You love this doll, yes? Glenn, Chucky's son, daughter, them.
They, them. Glenn and Glenda.
So, do you make an exception for Glenn?
She also got you Tiffany and Chucky, didn't she?
Yeah, I got Tiffany over here and Chucky. I don't think she likes them as much, but I know she likes Glenn.
But I do understand that dolls can be creepy.
I agree. There are some dolls where I just... Especially when I was a kid. When I was a kid, you know, being a girl, every so often somebody would get you a doll, and I'd just be like, what? There were some I thought were really cool, but I remember for the longest time, I didn't have that many Barbie dolls. I liked 90210 a lot, so I had the 2 boys for 90210 that my mom got me, which I really liked because they had like earrings and stuff. And I did have an old Paul and Stacy doll, which that's like Barbie and Ken, but UK. I had Paul and Stacy. I had the 90210s, and then I had MC Hammer. So that was my doll collection. And they would all just... my mom got me this awesome big white limo. So MC Hammer, the 90210 boys, and the Ninja Turtles, because I had a bunch of Ninja Turtles, would just roll up. In the limo. What? It was great.
Mostly just had action figures growing up, but... like even Tommy Knockers, even though the scene makes no sense, the creepy doll scene is like the scariest scene in the whole movie. So, like, and I was afraid to rent the movie dolls just because the cover art looks so scary.
I think baby dolls are kind of creepy. Especially
really
the baby
scary,
dolls that open their eyes.
Oh, yeah. Baby Oopsie from the Full Moon.
Yeah. And I never understood why any kid would want one of those dolls that wets itself. That's the worst part about having kids.
Learn to change diapers at a young age.
Yeah, as a child, if my mother got me a doll that pooped itself, I'd be like, nah, dog, you can take care of that.
Is there a little kid doll that I have to like do its homework for it too? Because I don't want to do that either.
I did have a friend who had this doll where you could put makeup on it with hot or cold water. I thought that was cool. But... Yeah,
I think there's like one where you feed it little cherries and the cherries go up in the side
and
of
then it poops.
Spoon. Does that one poop? It probably does.
Yeah. I think so.
I didn't have them. I remember the water babies and they felt weird.
I had a Rainbow Bright doll. She was cool.
I had cousins, and they had like between all my female cousins, I had so many of them. They had most of them had one
Remember
of these dolls.
glowworms?
Yes, I had a glowworm.
I never had a glowworm, but I thought they
I
were kind of
don't
creepy.
remember it at all, but I know I had one because I've seen baby pictures of a glowworm in my crib. I don't
Well,
remember.
that's nice. I'm happy for you.
I don't remember it at all though.
Now, thankfully, my mom, probably because she is afraid of dolls, my mom never got me a lot of dolls. But I mean, she got me toys that I did like. Like I had a Danger Mouse stuffy that I carried. It was twice my size.
Nice.
I carried it everywhere. And then I had to count Duckula
Nice.
stuffy.
About to say Danger Mouse is awesome because that's where we got Duckula from.
And I had lots of action figures and
Duckula
stuff.
had the best opening and end credit songs.
The other thing too is we lived on an Air Force base, and my brothers were my primary playmates. I mean, I did have friends and stuff, but we'd move and stuff, you know. So my brothers were my primary playmates, and they would never want to play with dolls. So I, collected Ninja Turtles and stuff because you want toys that you can play with your friends.
Yeah.
So Mom says Glenn is an exception mostly because of Billy Boyd, who is the voice actor. She said she had one of those. It was called Tiny Tears, and it cried and peed. That is horrible. That is awful. I can see why it started your phobia. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Do you get these for like people like it's their way of telling you not to have kids?
Are they trying to get their kids to not ever have children?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's like this is to discourage them from breeding.
Because they do that in home ec. Sometimes they give you those baby dolls.
Yeah, I didn't take that.
I never had that. Those ones
I
are
made
super
some
creepy.
cookies. That's about it. I didn't home ec.
I made some boxer shorts and some cookies and some cinnamon rolls.
I think I made lemon bars.
Well, good.
I love lemon bars.
Anyway, so
Anyways, we're talking about the reboot here.
yeah,
a lot of
way
people.
off topic.
We got way off topic. A lot of people hate it, and I can see that. They got rid of
Dracula.
Julia, and like they had a new zombie girl, and she has like her zomboys, and they're all the villains. So they kind of villainized the zombies. I can see
I
that.
also feel like
Abby Abominable got turned into a cute, actual
Yeah.
like plushy looking abominable creature.
I do feel like they did a better job with Frankenstein, though, who I feel is just kind of basic in the main show.
She's kind of you're just like we can do it, good attitude, help everybody.
And
character.
it's
I love
the
her,
only
but-
movie that shows Monster High starting up, which it kind of
Yeah.
is a lot like Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, they
because
turned
Dracula turns his castle into Monster High.
for his daughter and,
And
her
then
friends.
they go around the world and they find monster kids to come to the school.
Yeah, it has a little spin-off show called The Ghoul Squad, but that's where they would go and find these girls. But she obviously finds the main ones in this movie, and since we're maybe new fans and it's not like hurting our nostalgia, that might be why we loved it. But we did. It was just very cute,
Yeah, I
very
didn't
good
go-
movie, solid as far as movie goes,
It was
plot
funny,
wise.
too.
Exactly.
And her dad is hot. Oh my gosh, that little purple sweater vest. Hello, parent-teacher conference night. Meow.
Right. And I felt like the three girls are still the way they were in like the main ones, but just a little better, a little more fleshed out, not all just only obsessed with what they're wearing like they kind of are in the original show. Claudine still wants to be a fashion designer, but she's a little more edge to her, even more so.
And they show Claudine's mom and all her siblings and stuff. But I do like that almost all the movies emphasize that the girls are very, very different, but they embrace each other's what they call freaky flaws. They embrace each other's differences and like them for that and celebrate that. So like that's what the show's all about is, be unique, be yourself, be a monster.
And the original version, I feel like that was, but it's more subtle because they all were fashion dolls and they kind of all act like fashion dolls sometimes. But I feel like they're actually getting even more individuality in this one. Laguna's like way more cool. Like,
oh yeah.
In this one, she's more athletic and parkour and doesn't have Gil dragging her down.
So yeah, I think it's voltageous.
Yeah.
It's not as voltageous as Boo York. So should we rank these? I think like we should.
Go for it.
On each one, which one's the best?
If you want to.
Or not?
I think we already are ranking them.
No, I mean like within here, like which one's fine.
I think they're fine.
Fine.
All right. However.
And then they make this garbage.
Yeah, this is sadly because it went straight.
I'm putting this in Crazy Stupid with a side of crazy.
That's fine. It is my least favorite.
This is a commercial. It's not a movie. It's a commercial.
It doesn't have all the things that are horrible, but it has a lot.
It has a lot.
It's
really short, and I can't even remember why, but Frankie electrifies them so they have crazy hair
Mm-hmm.
They have like big crimped hair and different outfits.
And the outfits are horrible.
They're terrible.
They've never been horrible. Like,
So
that's the one thing we can't do on this show.
If I was a little girl, and if I was a girl, I am a girl. But if I was a little girl, every Christmas birthday, I would be begging my mom for these dolls. I don't want them now because I'm an adult. But if as a little kid, I would have loved these. However, even then, I would have thought this was stupid. The dolls don't look cute.
No, they look awful with their crimped hair and just really
they're barely recognizable.
Their dresses are horrible looking.
And I can't even remember what the freaking plot was.
I can. They have the same villains because somehow they didn't get expelled.
The zombie girl.
Yeah, and she wants to ruin Claudine's premiere because they're gonna turn a part of this abandoned thing into her salon. They want to ruin her big salon where she's gonna give normies monster haircuts and stuff. But the zombies ruin that, and what's her name? She's the boogeyman's daughter.
Twyla.
Yeah, Twyla. She's Frankie kind of sends Twyla to spy on them, but then they capture Twyla, and Frankie kind of electrifies them. But there's also these little monsters. They're super cute and cuddly little things that they're just to sell plushies.
Yeah, they also have that's where they have the pets, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they have pets, which a lot of the dolls come with the pet accessory.
But they're just these little Furby knockoff looking things, and they're annoying. So
yeah, it's to sell dolls. Which again, I understand how hypocritical that sounds from a child of the 80s.
I know.
Almost all of our shows were
Ninja
created
Turtles,
to
He-Man,
sell toys.
everything.
I mean, Ninja Turtles wasn't. That's based on the comic book. But He-Man was to sell toys. She-Ra was to sell toys. Popples was to sell toys.
But Playmates said they had to make the cartoon so they could make the toys. They weren't going to make toys without a cartoon. So,
yeah.
I mean, it was still that way.
But still, and honestly, I've tried watching a lot of the shows like as a little kid now, and I'm like, I was not following the plot here. I don't know what the hell's going on She-Ra. But
this was very disappointing. I think Frankie makes a daughter or a sister in this one.
Oh yeah.
She made a boyfriend that she quickly dumped in the OG because she realized she didn't.
That was funny though.
She didn't need a man. She realized.
So that's the worst one by far.
I hate it. Sadly,
I hate it too.
I didn't want to because they thought they Welcome to Monster High was so good, but then Electrified was just crap.
It's not as boring as Haunted, but it does suck the most.
All right, now we're into the Nickelodeon territory. They didn't make a movie for their animated. There is a game for Switch and PS5 and stuff, but they did give us live action movies.
So they made 2 live action movies, Nickelodeon did, and if you watch the Nickelodeon animated show, the characters are pretty much the same in that. So they talk about how, Claudine was raised human and had a dad, and she wants to get into Monster High. That's all the same. Mm-hmm. In fact, even some of the same voice actors are there. So the actor that does Frankie's voice is the same actor who's in the live action. And that's something I really like, because I feel like with a lot of children in entertainment, especially Disney, there's it's coded that Elsa's gay. Mm-hmm. But they will never, ever say Elsa is gay. They won't do that because they don't want to piss off the conservative people. Mm-hmm. Whereas this movie, they hired a trans actor to play Frankie, which is great because Frankie is non-binary.
Yeah. She's made up of both parts of male and female, all of her parts. Her brain is a bunch of people. Her body parts are a bunch of people. So she's they, them. So, yeah.
So, yeah, that's really inclusive. I thought that was really cool, especially for a kid's show. And I know a lot of friends of mine who are LGBT couples, this is what I would get your kids because it's great. And the whole theme of it, again, is, they're all different. They all come from different backgrounds. Like Deuce's mom is Medusa, who's she's an actual mean monster. Mm-hmm. And he wants to do better. He doesn't want to be a mean guy. Yeah. And Claudine feels like she is kind of the new girl in school because she was raised human and some people kind of treat her badly. But she finds her pack. I love that their little beds, Draculaura sleeps in a coffin. Mm-hmm. Claudine's bed is covered in leaves and such. Frankie has the Frankenstein monster operating table that charges her up while she sleeps. Yeah. It's really good. And the songs are good too. And it's like watching a musical. I actually like Jekyll and Hyde in this, who's a teacher, but they have a number in the beginning that is better than anything that was in Wicked. They're singing and they're moving the table so they can dance on top of the desk. That takes a lot of coordination It could have easily been a fantastic musical. The only thing that holds it back is budget. This was a TV movie.
Mhm.
They did a lot with it. The makeup is fantastic. The songs are fantastic. The choreography is fantastic. But the CGI is kind of balls.
And the sets, I mean, clearly look like sets but it's fine because since you turn it into a musical, I'm actually more okay with it looking like a Broadway set because it's very much a Glee, High School the Musical type thing, but for spooky people.
Yeah, it's like watching a High School Musical or, a theater production.
Yeah, so it's okay that the set's like I think that was the best way to go with the budget they had.
This is the one I most want to rewatch, I think.
Yeah, and yeah.
Voltageous.
We can put it there if you want.
Where would you put it?
Clawsome.
Well, you're wrong. You're wrong, and it really sucks that you're wrong.
I guess it does.
But it's Voltageous, so.
All right. Now, the second movie, which
this one introduces Toralei.
Toralei, and
Danny loves Toralei because Danny loves a mean girl.
A mean cat girl. She's British now, though.
Mm-hmm.
And it also introduces that there's normies, there's monsters, and then there's a completely different subcategory, witches.
So they consider witchcraft to be a gross human practice, and they do not do it. Mm-hmm. It's like a gross human thing. Monsters don't do that, because a lot of monsters have powers.
But they even understand that normies and witches are still different from each other, so...
Yeah. So Draculaura discovers, Draculaura enjoys witchcraft and really wants to continue to pursue that, but she has to keep it secret.
Yeah. But like a witch comes to the school and he's like, I'm a witch too, don't tell anybody. And then like he's like, come meet with the other witches and we'll like unite witches with monsters. But then it's kind of a trap. And like his witch mom just wants to imprison Draculaura and kind of uses a bargaining trip to screw over Dracula or whatever. I don't know. But I do really like it. I think
plot-wise, like she's a lot like Ursula.
Yeah, I think it's just as good as the first one, honestly.
I like it a little less, but I do like it.
I like it a little bit, maybe more, because I felt like the first one, they did my girl Cleo very dirty until the very end, where they kind of made her less hateful. And then this one, they just have Toralei in that film, because that's a better spot for Toralei than Cleo. I don't like Cleo being pegged as like the villain until they pulled back at the very last second in the first movie, thankfully, because I was really mad up until that point. But they did it with Toralei, and I think that's actually fine, because that makes more sense for Toralei. I don't know. I like it about the same.
Well, then put it at Voltageous.
I'm fine with that.
But yeah, again, the songs are good. I like the characters. It's good. I like it. So that's all of them. I think we agree Electrified is the worst. And Boo York is the best.
Yes. There we go. So
maybe we'll have to do another one on the characters.
I can see why Electrified kind of killed that continuity, because it didn't last very long. They had the 2 movies and the 1 show and like a Christmas holiday special or whatever, and that's it. But
they even just look like dolls in that one.
It's just... Yeah, and like... They kind of gave Frankie a new look in the first Welcome to Monster High, but they went straight back to her old hair until it gets all frizzled.
We haven't watched all the Monster High yet, so we're still watching the Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
Which, it's cute. It kind of reminds me of like the newer Nickelodeon Ninja Turtle show.
Yeah.
There are some characters I just don't like what they did with them, but overall, it's a cute show. Mm-hmm. I think my favorite is probably still the original continuity.
Some characters, I think, get upgraded. Some characters get downgraded. It's just kind of how
Laguna's
it is.
Laguna's definitely better.
Yeah. Oh, I love Laguna in the new show. She likes to chomp. She's cute but fierce. But unfortunately, you can't unchomp what has already been chomped. That's a lesson she needs to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But she got better. Yeah, but Abby Abominable's like, I don't even think she's like... Is she even in that? She was in the live action, but she wasn't quite the way...
She's in the new one. She hasn't showed up yet.
Yeah. So Toralei, I think, is a little better. She's a little less of a Karen.
But here's the thing that's really a bummer is that one's already been canceled. So we're on season 1 and there's season 2.
But there are talks.
There are whispers.
Whispering down the halls of Monster High.
The bloke who directed the 2 Megan movies, and he's from New Zealand. Mm-hmm. He also did that movie Housebound, which is a really good horror movie. You guys haven't seen it. Really... a good twist in that one. It's really good. This girl's on house arrest and she thinks the house is haunted. It's great. Anyway, he is pegged to do the new Monster High movie, which also is going to be live action in it, and they have a writer down for it. So my guess is that we're not hearing a lot of word on it because he just did Megan 2.0. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping we get it next year because I want new Monster High content. And this would be the first theatrically released Monster High movie.
Yeah, so all these movies that we're watching here, none of them were in theaters. Like, unless it was under something special, maybe.
But I love Monster High. We were talking about next Crypticon. We definitely want to cosplay as the girls. I would either let us know who you would like to see us cosplay as. I would like to do either Gory, I mean, for obvious reasons, or Draculaura.
Or Operetta?
Operetta is so hard, but that would be so cool.
Yeah. I want to be Frankie Stein, my favorite, but there's a couple other ones that I'd be open to doing, so let us know. We would like that. If you've seen these movies, tell us your ranking below. If you haven't seen these movies, check them out, but understandably, if it's not your cup of tea, I can understand that.
I know you can watch the 2 live-action ones on Paramount Plus. All of the original TV show run is on YouTube.
And on Prime.
And Amazon Prime has all the rest of the movies. So if you have Amazon Prime, all the animated movies you can pretty much watch.
Mm-hmm. The shows you can watch off their YouTube channel. The original shows were just like small episodes on YouTube. Even Ghoul School, the Ghoul Patrol, which is the second continuity, even that was just a YouTube show. And then Nickelodeon has made the first actual show, and that's gonna be on Paramount. So Paramount has all the Nickelodeon stuff. Everything before the Nickelodeon stuff is on Prime and just YouTube.
And let us know if you guys want more Monster High content, like a ranking of the characters or something like that.
We might do them either way, unless you're really against it. If you're really against it.
Like Monster High.
Yeah, but that probably won't be until like next month or so. All right, well, thanks for checking us out. We appreciate it. Let us know your favorite movies and characters if you do like Monster High.
And it was great seeing you, Connie, Mummy B Movie, and Lizzie. Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Appreciate it.
And thanks again, Mummy, for this.
All right.
Cut.